Hey YouTube. Today I'm going to be talking about how to sell a cash secured put. I'm going to be going over how to research some stocks using both your brokerage and also a free website called TradingView. You can pay to get more features, but I don't see the reason to. I just use its free features and it's worked fine for me so far. So if you go to tradingview.com, you can research stocks, you can look at their charts, you can bring up some of their more statistics and see what's going on. And also what I looking at is their revenue and income to find out if they are a growth stock or a value stock. So I'll be showing you that and how to pick a stock for selling a cash secured put. Like I said, the first step is it has to be a stock that you want to own. So if you don't know anything about the company or you don't really want to own it, like for instance, if you were to hypothetically buy a cash secured put or sell a cash secured put in this case, and the stock were to go below the strike price, meaning you would be assigned and you're starting to panic, that means you bought or sold the wrong put for the wrong company. So you need to be very, very sure that it is a company that you want to have shares of before you ever start this process. And if you're not sure, then just go ahead and pass on it. Do more research. There is a ton of stocks out there, a lot of premium, and you can find one that works for you that you want to own if you do enough research. So I'll show you both a couple growth stocks and a couple value stocks so you can see the difference in TradingView. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button down below. It does greatly help out my channel. I also have a link below in the description to my Discord, which is free, and I post daily updates as to my stock picks. Now, sometimes I don't find any good stocks, and I will post that I don't find any good stocks for that particular day. And I usually almost always post before the stock market opens. A couple times I've made it to maybe 5 minutes after open, but that doesn't make a huge amount of difference. Hope you have a great day, enjoy the video, and good luck in the markets. So the first company I'm going to go over and show you is one that I personally traded. I sold a cash secured put on this 2 weeks ago, and then I was assigned that Friday when the stock price dipped below my strike price of $15. And then I sold last Monday a call for $15, and I made $26 when that expired worthless this week. And so late Friday, I had bought it back for cheap and sold another call for this upcoming Friday, and I made $36 with that one. So that's the premium I made. And as you can see right now, that stock is still below that price. So for now, until it rises, I can keep just selling calls against it. And I don't mind owning Newegg. I am a big fan of Newegg. I buy my computer parts from Newegg most of the time. Only time I had to buy 1 or 2 items from Best Buy when I built my computer due to supply issues at the time. But 90% of my computer came from Newegg. So I'm a big fan of Newegg. And as for seeing its financials, you can see here in the bottom right corner, if you scroll down on Newegg, you can see its income statements for the last 4 that came out. So as you can see here in 2017, they had a revenue that was decent, but they had a net income of negative 5.14 million. So that means they were still in their growth phase. Then you can see in 2018 their revenue exploded to 2 billion, but they still had a net income of negative 53 million, so they are still in the growth phase. And then you can see here in 2019, again the revenue is pretty good at 1.53 billion, but they still have a negative income of negative 16, almost 17 million. And then it is until 2020 that they have a revenue of 2 billion and a positive net income of $414,000. So 2020 is the first year that I could consider them a value stock. before that, if they'd seen this, I would not have traded the wheel on this company because I do not trade the wheel on a growth stock. It's just too volatile. Even though the IV or the implied volatility for Newegg is still fairly high, but it's not as bad as it was during these particular years here when the price jumped up quite a bit. So that's why I was willing to sell a cash secured put on Newegg. Now to give you an example of a growth stock, this is Mara or Marathon Digital. They are a Bitcoin mining company and they have fairly high premiums, so they're popular. I have traded the wheel on this, even though it goes against my rule of not doing the wheel on a growth stock, but it wasn't until this past April when it sank sharply. And as you can see, it's starting to come back and then it dropped again a little bit. So it is what it is. I don't have anything currently with Mara, but I have traded them in the past and it's worked out well for me. So keep that in mind. Like I said, the first rule of selling a cash secured put is you have to be willing to own the stock. You have to want to. So I wanted to own Marathon, so I didn't mind getting assigned when I did do it, and then I sold calls until it was called away. It did take a little while, but it worked out. And you can see the reason I consider it a growth stock is because here in 2017, it had a revenue of $519,000, but a net income of negative $31 million. Then 2018, a revenue of $1.56 million, but a net income of negative $12.8 million. 2019 is basically the same, revenue of 1.19 million and a net income of negative 3 million. And then that jumped up in 2020 to a revenue of 4.36 million, but a net income of negative 10.45 million. So until they actually become profitable, they are considered a growth stock. But right now they're putting all their profits into growing the company. Hence why it's a growth stock. Now, like I said, if you're interested in the stock, there's nothing wrong with you doing the wheel on it. It's not my top choice right now, given how volatile it is. But I still wouldn't say no if I found a good premium at a strike price I was willing to sell a cash secured put at. So, like I said, some of the rules can be bent a little bit, but the first rule of wanting to own the stock can never be bent. You have to be willing to own the stock, you have to want the stock, or else you're going to regret ever doing the wheel on that particular stock and it's going to be just a headache. So now that you've seen an example of what a growth and a value stock is, once you've found a stock that you want to do a cash secured put on, then the next thing is to determine what strike price you should choose. So what I like doing is I like looking for support. I like going back over the last 4 to 5 months and looking at their stock chart. So for here, I would consider around 23.50 to be a good support right now. Just over the last several months, I've seen it go to that and it bounces off. It's gone down below that one time, but it came back fairly quickly. So in my case, if I were to sell a cash secured put on this, I would look to do 23.50 or 23 if the 23.50 wasn't available. And I can show you real quick what that would look like as far as premium wise right now. So here you can see on Robinhood, I have Mara pulled up and I have their options chain pulled up also. So looking at an expiration date of the 8th of October, they don't have an option available for 23 or 23.50. So I will change this to one more week out, so October 15th. And you see here, the $23 strike price gives a $13 premium. And if you're willing to do that, that's fine. Personally, for me, $13 is a little bit low on premium. So in this case, for me, I would pass on doing Mara right now and look for a better stock. So that's one way of doing it. And again, this is technically a growth stock, so it's not my top choice, but I can show you on Newegg a similar scenario. So back here on Newegg, I want to show you the information that I use to sell a strike price at $15 for my put when I did this. I did this same exact process. I found over the last several months that a good $16.50 to $16 would be a good support level. And so that's why I decided to do the $15 strike price. I was trying to be a little bit safer, but it still ended up getting broken through and I got assigned, which is fine with me. I'm still making premium selling calls, but that's why, looking at this chart, I made the decision that I made to do $15. And then you can see here, going back to Newegg's options, if I were to at this point look at selling a put, like, there isn't really one I would sell right now personally, but if I wanted to, something like the $12.50 or $13, like you can see, like just looking over the last 3 months and then going back to the chart here, so right around here is where the strike price with decent premium is, but right now Newegg is still looking like it's going down, and it looks like it still might be going down for a little bit longer. So again, I wouldn't sell a cash secured put on Newegg right now the way it is, but I would simply wait until the stock improves some and then sold a cash secured put. Or if I really wanted to be interested in this stock, I actually would probably end up selling a cash secured put for even more premium at the area around closer to the strike price right now if I was really interested in owning it. So like $13 range, if I was happy with owning the stock at $13 per share and getting $44 in return, I would be more than happy to do that. And then if I got assigned, I would do what I'm doing now and sell calls. So like for instance, the call right now at my $15 strike price is going for about $24 right now. Thank you for watching. Me and Harmony here. Hope you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. She is taking a nap right now, but if you have any questions about how to sell a cash secured put, feel free to leave them in the comments below and I will be happy to answer them for you. Or if you have any questions about using TradingView, if you have a concern about what brokerage you're using or which one I use, feel free to leave that in the comments also, and I will give you my opinion on why I use the brokerages that I do. Again, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button down below. It does greatly help out my channel. And I will also still have the link down below in the description to my Discord where you can get my daily updates for free. Hope you have a great day. Good luck in the markets.